is in this? Midnight raspberry leaves, Finch stated. And while that sounded like a scent of candle found at Bed Bath & Beyond, it was actually a rare type of plant that only witches grew on special occasions. Midnight raspberries were said to cure nightmares, and the leaves, when brewed, brought with them a supernatural level of calm. What's your name? Finch asked. Bree, she muttered. And you're really Adair Finch? That's right. Bree glanced around the apartment a second time. Are you sure you're not a hobo pretending to be Adair Finch? All right, Finch said with a groan as he stood from his recliner. Get out. No, wait. I'm not here to be judged by children. There's the door, Finch pointed. Bree held up a hand. Please, I'm sorry. It's just... Mama always said the Finch brothers were powerful warlocks. The most powerful warlocks she knew. I didn't think you would live like this. She gestured to their surroundings. Or wear clothing like that. Finch scratched at his outfit. His ratty t-shirt had more holes than a colander, and his sweatpants had stains that only magic could cure. It likely didn't help that he hadn't cut his dark coppery hair in quite some time. It practically reached his shoulders, and the stubble bothered him. He scratched at his chin, making a mental note to correct the problem. Finch begrudgingly sat back down. I don't know what to tell you, kid, he muttered. That was a long time ago. You're still a warlock who helps witches, though, right? Mum said you were a PI and that I'm retired, Finch snapped. After a strained moment of silence, she said, What about Carter? Mum said your brother was... He's dead. Finch had made the statement with all the emotion of a dictionary entry, but that was the only way he could talk about his brother anymore. Just facts, not reminiscing. She stared a hole into her mug, her unblinking gaze becoming watery all over again. Finch leaned forward. Why don't we back up? Why were you wandering around shouting about warlocks? If your mother knows me, she must have also known to tell you to keep quiet about my profession. I had to yell, Bree whispered. She told me that if I was ever in trouble, I needed to find Adair and Carter Finch as quickly as possible. Who's your mother? What's her name? Most people who knew the names of warlocks were also one of the magical themselves, a witch or another warlock, or even immortal under the power of a curse, something. If Bree's mother knew Finch's name and profession, he likely knew of her in turn. My mum is Vera Blackstone. Finch's eyebrows shot for his hairline. Vera? Really? It had been a long time since Finch had seen her. She was an interesting witch, one who loved to mingle in the affairs of the magicless. She always had the latest scoop on all the dealings of mortal men. Why isn't Vera here with you? Despite Bree's midnight raspberry tea, her lip quivered. That's why I'm here. What happened? Someone broke into our house. Bree sipped the last of her tea, tranquility returning. A man, I think. He snuck in.